Hello, welcome to this Forex training series. Let's get straight to the point. First question is Forex. Now, Forex itself is come from two words: foreign exchange. The Forex market is a market whereby currencies of the world are traded one for the other. Take for instance, we have a currency like say Nigerian naira. And that's certainly a home currency for anybody that's in Nigeria. Another currency, say the American dollar, the home currency for any American. Similarly, Japanese yen. But one is a currency have to exchange hands. When the Nigerian, for instance, request for the yen, that Nigerian in short has undergone forex. He has exchanged his own home currency for another currency, which is the yen. He has exchanged his own home currency for a foreign currency, and he has got done an exchange. Currencies being exchanged one for the other. That's forex. Then an American, if it goes for the naira, and undergone forex. If Japanese also and goes for the dollar, has undergone forex, because when they exchange their own home currencies to another country's currency, they are therefore involving themselves in forex. So definitely, every time you have to go change your currency into another currency, that's forex. It's as simple as that. I mentioned the exchange rates there. It's in the middle of these currencies. Next, who engages in forex? International business person. Say for instance, we want to buy something in another country. If you have to engage yourself in forex, because you spend money in that country's currency, your money you're gonna pay is gonna be the currency spent over there as well. So you have to change your own currency to that currency. The foreign student, well, if you are going from Nigeria to like say study in the US or the UK, you pay in dollars or in pounds. You don't pay in naira there. The tourist, international tourist in this case. The forex speculators, which are the forex trader, the online buyer. The last time you paid for things online, it was which currency? Well, let's say if you are in Nigeria, probably paid in dollars as well. You may be using your credit card, whatever means of online means of payment you used. You only change your money to dollars. It could be say the Britain also paying in dollars. It could be anything. It could be anybody. Once you have to exchange one country's currency into another currency, and engage yourself in forex. You're sending to money to anybody overseas in any other country, you must engage yourself in forex. But in this case, we want to streamline our in definition of forex into as for a forex trader, as someone who engages in forex, the exchange of currencies, for the purpose of making profits from the fluctuation in the exchange rates. Exchange rates of these currencies fluctuate per second, so that's why how a forex trader can really make money. Okay, what currencies are traded on the forex market? So definitely all countries of the world are on the forex market. All countries of the world engage in forex, because citizens in that country have to like go to another country to buy something or definitely exchange one thing or another. All currencies of the world engage themselves in forex. But it is some currencies of the world are, how I put it, more traded than others. They are more traded on the forex floor than others. The saying goes, all amounts are equal, but some are more equal than others. Similarly, you can't compare saying trading of Nigerian naira to what goes on with the dollar, can you? Now let's take on the major currencies that have been traded on the forex market. On this line we have the euro and standard abbreviation. Please get used to the standard abbreviation for now, because that's what we'll be using throughout the whole course of this course. The common name, like I said, the nickname of it is the fiber. The Great Britain pound from GBP. The Great Britain pound is given nickname cable. Switzerland franc, Swissy, United States dollar, buck. So I want to correct this mistake, because some people usually call, say, give me $5, give me $10. Actually, the term came from the word from the dollar itself. That's the nickname of the dollar. So you don't bastardize that. Okay, you have the Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, Australian dollar, Aussie, the Kiwi for the New Zealand dollar, and Nigerian naira as part of its nickname. We have the Wazobia. Next. Now, why are these currencies the most traded currencies in the world? Remember, the other currencies of the world being traded too, but these currencies, call them the major currencies, the ones being most traded by traders all over the world. Okay, most required by people all over the world. Now, the euro happens to be the currency spent by the whole of the European continent, with the exception of Britain. Euro is spent in all the countries of Europe. Let's say, for example, you want to buy something, let's say Italy, you can pay in either the lira or in the euro. Similarly, any other country in the area of Europe can pay in either the country's currency or the euro. Good by such that is that because that's legal tender there. Now that's why a whole continent out of the whole continents of the world spending just a single currency. Now the Great Britain pound. Now Britain being former colonial master still has ties with the former colonies, and that feels like you having ties with your old school friends. So they still do a lot of business, as in Britain still do a lot of business with their former colonies and colonized countries in the past, and Britain still has in stay still a world power superpower as at this moment, and a great producer in this world, because any producer definitely have people coming to buy from them, and people are buying from anywhere, say like in Britain, people request definitely for the British pound. And next, let's talk about the CHF, the Switzerland franc. So in this case, SCH doesn't really spell Switzerland actually, but that's Switzerland franc for you, and that's the abbreviation. Now, Switzerland is known for majorly for one thing, and that's for the banking economy they have there. Now, talk about the level of cash flow between your local bank and the headquarters of your bank. Now, compare that your headquarters of the bank, your own bank, to the central bank of your bank, central bank of your country. I mean, now compare the cash flow of the central bank of your country to now just a bank which happens to be the bank of all banks of the world, the Swiss bank. Talking about not just your central bank, talking about large governments of the world, talk about multinational corporations all over the world, all banking with in Switzerland. You know, the Switzerland franc, if they are going to deposit their money in such currencies, will definitely be one of the most requested for currencies in the world. Next in line, United States dollar. The United States dollar is found virtually everywhere. It's very easy to obtain, and even quotations in the world are done in dollar, like say $60 per barrel. Okay. Now, Canadian dollar. Canada happens to be a large gold producer, and being a neighbor to the USA, it has bilateral relations with the USA. You know, about the level of commerce and going on between the two countries on a day-to-day basis, because Canada is just a bus drive from United States. Now, Japanese yen. Japan happens to be one of the fastest growing Asian countries, and if you are a producer in this world, as I said earlier on, you tend to have people buying from you. I'm talking about in Japan and its produce. Talking about Sony, talking about cars and Mazda, talking about the Mitsubishi, Honda, even generators, Yamaha. Talking about the various Japanese products being in circulation around. Even that definitely for them to get down to this country or any country of the world, people must request for them and pay in that country's currency, which is the yen. So we have Japanese yen on this line here. Australian dollar happens to be a large producer of gold and a great exporter of gold as well. And one more thing, Australia is not just a country; it's also a continent. So it's also a continental currency spent by just one continent in the world, 7 continents of the world. That's a large volume. The New Zealand dollar came up on our forex charts by popular demand. New Zealand traders were requesting for the New Zealand and the Kiwi to be on that charts, and it came up. And Nigerian naira. Okay, Nigeria happens to be world's number 1, and the third greatest producer of crude oil in this world, and also spent by 1/5 of the population of the African continent. So let's move on. But actually, currencies like Nigerian naira, due to their instability, are called exotics. Now, exotics currencies, which in their own region are okay, just like Nigerian naira, as I explained earlier on, is a currency that's well traded for because of the volume of crude oil being purchased from it on a daily basis. But because of its instability, these countries are not going to be on our chart as it is. So, but they're actually called exotics. So, if let's say maybe the naira denomination then had been successful, and maybe if Nigeria increases our exports in terms of production, manufacturing, maybe Nigerian naira could really have been on our chart. But then, so therefore, we remove Nigerian naira here from our list. So definitely have just 8 currencies here. So at this point, we want to know what time it is in some countries, especially when their markets are open. Take for instance now the time in Nigeria for the banking hours between the hours of, let's say, normally it's 8 to 4. In some cases it might have it to 8 to 5. So in these other countries too of the world, we want to know what time their markets are open, their banking time majorly, and what it refers to in Nigerian time. Now, take for instance now the euro. The euro market opens 8 a.m. and ends 6 p.m. Nigerian time. The pound, that's the London market for the GBP there, starts 9 a.m. and ends 6 p.m. New Zealand 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. But this is the period between October 28th and March 30th. For New Zealand, that's September 30th to March 30th. Now, the reason why this times you have to change, because I know what we did in geography back then, like this longer day, longer night, longer day, shorter nights, shorter day, longer, or whatever. Some days are longer and nights are shorter. Now, because of this different this time shift and time changes, we have to accommodate all this in our normal market market times too. Take for instance, now we have your mornings are like say your 6 a.m. is quite very bright, like say your normal 5 p.m. is very dark. So you have to shift your normal banking hours 1 hour ahead. So your normal 8 to 5 will be like say 7 to 4. That's to accommodate for the weather change, and then you make good use of the sunlight for your banking periods. So that's why some of those countries they have to change their banking hours. So likewise, it comes to like say there's this British pound there, that's GBP 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. instead of normal 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nigerian time. And same goes for several currencies there. Please take note of this. And if you are converting your time there, please note that Nigerian time is GMT plus 1 hour. So please, when you are making your own corrections, take that into consideration. Now, for those of you that love it in graphical format, the only one that you probably won't understand is that of the. So the only currency there that has a little bit but is the euro there, because there's no fixed flag for that. If you know the flags of each of these countries, you know where they should be, or where they are rather, and that's the timing there, Nigerian time. So this is for the second section there. And shall I move on now? The currency pairs now. So the Nigerian naira, American dollar, Japanese yen. In between of them is the exchange rate. So when the Nigerian goes for the yen, we have NGN JPY as the currency pair. And the one USD NGN as in for the dollar naira. JPY dollar now will give us JPY USD. So but it's actually written as USD JPY in this case. That's the right convention where it's been written. That way you see it in papers, magazines, and so on, business journals, whatever. Okay, Euro, GBP, USD. If I'm going to take these currencies one at a time, pairing them one against themselves, because a currency pair is a combination of two currencies, at least that's what the pair is. So like say you have Euro, GBP, and Euro, USD. So that's Euro knocking against the other two currencies. How about the pound against the other two currencies? We have GBP, Euro, but we already have Euro, GBP. They don't need to duplicate that anyway. So that one still stands. So GBP, USD coming up next. So altogether, those three currencies there, when you find out how many pairs they can form all together, give us a total of 3 pairs: Euro, GBP, Euro, USD, GBP, USD. And each of these currencies, since it knocks against 2 other currencies, appears twice. The pound appears in Euro, GBP, and GBP, USD. The dollar, Euro USD, GBP USD, the euro, can you see that? Let's move on. Pairing the currencies together. So now, our normal currencies are the 8, euro, the pound, the CHF, the dollar, the Canadian dollar, the yen, the Aussie, and the Kiwi. Okay. So now when we have the euro knocking against all the other 7, because remember we have 8 currencies there. Euro against all the other 7, we have Euro GBP, Euro CHF, and so on and so forth. So since we already had euro knocking against the pound, there's no need to duplicate GBP euro again. So GBP coming down the euro there, we have 6 more currencies pairs being formed there, and so on. CHF giving us 5 more, The Canadian dollar giving us more, 4, yen, 3, Aussie giving us 2 more, and the Aussie 1 more. So then we're going to sum them together, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What do you have? So at the end of the day, we have our all 28 currencies we'll be trading on our Forex charts. Now, as a matter of fact, you're going to be using all the word 28. Out of the word 28, I would recommend that 14 of them are better. Out of the 14 of them, we have 7 more that are, better. Out of that 7, we have some 2 more that are better. I hope you understand what I mean here. Okay, so please do this assignment. Find out the exchange rates of each of these currency pairs. Go to type exchange rates in Google, run a search, so you know the exact market prices of this currency pairs at the instant. Please do this assignment, and please do it very well. Thank you.